year. I can not believe it. It is already 2024. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Logan Miller and I do vlogs. I am finishing up some of our Christmas coffee and I am headed to my hot yoga class this morning with one of my bestest friends, Kennedy, and it's my first yoga class of the entire year. It's supposed to be super packed, so we are gonna try to leave early to make sure that we get there on time. This morning I bleached my mat, not bleached it, I disinfected it because it's a new year, okay? And we are not gonna be having the same butt fungus on our mat that we did last year. You know, new year, new me. So I am gonna pull my hair back into probably a slick bun, and I'm not really gonna do makeup because I plan on showering when I get back. But yeah, let's get ready for yoga. So I have a hair appointment tomorrow and I cannot decide on if I want to cut just the ends off, like do a little trim, or if I want a more like major cut. When I say major, I'm talking like maybe that much. But I have been trying to protect my ends. I noticed that in the winter time they're super dry. So I've been using this Kristen-esque recovery balm and just like smearing it on my hair before I go work out, because I find that the hot yoga studio kind of dries out my hair. So we're gonna put this little recovery balm on it. I do think it works better than the like balm that everyone was using to slick back their hair. I forget what brand it was or what it was called, but I definitely used that this summer, and I feel like this does something very similar, but this actually like enriches your hair. Kind of looks wonky when you first spread it on, but then I just like kind of move it through my hair, and once it's fully saturated, I'm able to like slick it back a lot better. Perfection. And I think maybe I will put just a little bit underneath my eyes so I'm not looking so tired. We did stay up until midnight last night, but as soon as the clock hit midnight, I was like, let's go to bed. I'm so tired. All right, we got some brightening going on. So good. And to top it off, we're gonna do a little bit of soap brow. We're ready to go.
My intentions are always to, you know, use my time to the best of my ability, whether that is like driving and listening to a podcast, or when I'm doing dishes or laundry to listen to an audiobook. I just want to have these pockets of time where I'm having this like micro learning. Right now, the audiobook that I'm listening to is called Believe It by Jamie Kern Lima. I have heard Jamie speak like on several different podcasts, and this is the first time that I've ever like thought about her books, right? Like I know her story with It Cosmetics and everything, and I've been playing it for the last couple of days while I'm like doing housework or whatever, and I don't know what it is, but literally I have cried so much. It's insane. Like every single little point, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, and it's like the simplest of things. Like she's talking about how her like birth story, how she struggled to conceive, and talking about her support system. And I am just like struggling so hard not to cry. I'm like, I put concealer on, I cannot have it running down my cheeks. Like I've got to get it under control. But I honestly, she has another book coming out in February and I've pre-ordered it, but it is just, I am loving these audiobooks that have the author reading them aloud. I think that is so cool because I get to hear their voice, and I get to like, sometimes when someone is reading a book that they didn't write, they might put emphasis on a word that wasn't as important to the author, or they don't say it with as pure conviction as like the author does. And I'm about halfway through. I'm on chapter 9 right now, and I'm just like, this is a great way to start off my year, like just tears streaming down my face. And I'm feeling so inspired, right? Like Jamie has achieved so much. She sold her company for like 1.2 billion, and It Cosmetics, insane, crazy. So I love listening to autobiographies or any sort of life memoir from authors, especially if they've done something huge with their life. And it's just so inspirational, and that's exactly what I need for the first of the year, right? Like, give it to me, give me something good. But I just didn't expect to cry so much during her book. Oh my gosh, Happy New Year! Ken and I just got done with a wonderful sculpt class. It's a perfect way to kick off the new year, especially with my best friend. We're sweaty girls. Oh my gosh, if I thought that Christmas Eve's class was super busy, New Year's Day class was extremely filled. There were so many people there. I swear we had like all of our mats were like 1 handprint apart from each other. Luckily, of course, like Kennedy and I were right next to each other. And every time I do like jumpy jacks or whatever, I like tend to like move backwards. And I'm always like, oh, I'm running into Kennedy. Like, thank goodness it's not like some random person. But class was overall good. I just took a shower and I'm just gonna blow dry my hair, kind of get presentable. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try and record a podcast today. I do need to work on my email newsletter because it is part of my 2024 guidelines to become more consistent on my newsletter. I sent newsletters back in last February throughout the summer, and then I kind of tapered off, and so I'd love to restart that again. And that's what we're gonna do for the bulk of our day, is just kind of like work on our computer. The house is clean from yesterday or the day before. I've been cleaning, and it just feels so good to get that workout out of my way, and we have a fresh start for the year and my day, and I'm feeling really good. I just got done blow drying my hair, and I think this is my favorite attachment. It was also the attachment I was like most scared of, because I was like, how is this gonna work? But it seriously like flattened my hair almost. Like, it's looking very chic, very smooth. I didn't know what to expect, but I was like, okay, this one is top-notch favorite, because honestly, like, I was struggling a little bit. I was kind of tangling it at the bottom as I was blow drying it. I was like, dang, like, this is not, like, I shouldn't be tangling my hair. I have pretty fine hair, so it's like, kind of wrecking at the ends, but I think I'm getting the hang of it finally. So really the plan for my January 1st is to work on a couple things for Golden Hour Drip, my podcast and Golden Gal Network, my event brand, and I started to just like jot some things down. And this is not like essentially like planning for my new year. I definitely feel like last year my word of 2023 was connection. I really wanted to make friends and expand my network, and this year I'm just kind of waiting for the year, like the word to be revealed to me on what like the aesthetic, the focus is for this year. So, and I'm kind of taking that approach with all of my like 2024 planning. I'm just kind of sitting with the fact of, hey, it's a new year. Do we like what we did last year? Do we not like what we did last year? And just allowing what is meant for me to come to me. This is not saying that we are not going to work hard. We are absolutely going to work hard, but kind of like not having this like rat on a like little wheel running so quickly, but more of like, okay, everything meant for me will come to me. So right now I'm just working on a new intro for my vlogs. I am editing a vlog from December 29th through the 31st, and I'm experimenting with a couple things and just trying to piece together something that I like. I'm still so new to vlogging, and I'm excited for 2024 and how I will grow and change, especially from like my first video in 21. And just remaining consistent on that. But really, other than editing my newsletter that's to go out today and a new intro for my vlog, I really just want to be present today. I already got my workout in. I've, bathed, I've blow dried my hair.
And I'll probably end the night with reading a book, or we have been watching The Bear, which is on Hulu. It's about like a chef who's taking over his family business, and it kind of stresses me out a little bit with like the go of everything, but I'll probably do one or the other and just have like a really chill rest of the evening. But yeah, as soon as I export this video, then we'll go hang out. If yesterday was a complete rest day, today is a get up and go, we have things to do day. Starting with a dentist appointment and a hair appointment. I love to stack all of my like routine, like make sure you're feeling good, like appointments in the beginning of the year, get them out of the way so I don't have to worry about them. Last week I had an eye appointment, and like I said, this week it's dentist and hair appointment. And then I think like in a week or two, I have my like women's yearly checkup appointment. So we are getting them all over the way. I swear I just brushed my teeth, but I always get so nervous before going to the dentist. I'm like scrubbing with these like little wisps that I always have in my vehicle. I'm like, did I actually brush them proper? I almost got coffee as I was walking out the door. I was like, oh, like let me make some coffee for the road. And then I was like, crap, we cannot drink coffee before our dentist appointment. My teeth are brushed, but you can always use like an extra little fresher upper. And I have a couple minutes before my appointment, so I'm just gonna scrub on them a little bit. I personally love going to the dentist. It's one of my favorite things. I love it when they clean my teeth, and they always tell me like good job. So I mean, there's nothing to fear here. Before we go in. So cute. Teeth are feeling so clean, so good, and we are off to our hair appointment. You know what would be a great marketing tactic for the dentist office? To put lipstick, or I'm sorry, lip gloss or chapstick or Vaseline or anything on the client's lips after they leave. My facialist does this for me. Like after I get a facial, she puts like Vaseline on my lips. I swear, they're like tugging in there, you know, stretching my mouth out. I love some lip gloss. And I was like looking, I didn't have my handy dandy Lana lips. Luckily, I had this like half empty tube of lip gloss that has been floating around in my pickup to save my lips, because honestly, they were so dry. So, all right, we're gonna see my girl Dharma. I think we're gonna, you know, trim it a little bit, maybe nothing drastic. I've been taking care of my hair, like I said, for the last couple days. And that always makes me not wanna cut it, which is great because I don't wanna chop it and regret it. I want to, you know, be very conscious of when I actually do chop it or whatever. I think we are gonna get a gloss or a glaze today, and just do a little maintenance trimming for the new year. It is always so pleasant to go to my favorite place. First, we're soaking in the bowl. We have our gloss and our glaze, and we're just hanging out. We are doing the same that we did last time and kind of like matching my eyebrows. Okay, we're back from our morning appointments. The hair is looking so shiny, so good. We just did a blunt cut off the ends and a gloss slash glaze, so that it looks shiny and you know, deposit a little bit of color. I will say, with all of my hot yoga classes, I feel like the ends of my hairs become like drier quicker, so I need to be better at moisturizing them and making sure that they're taken care of. So we did a blunt cut. It's looking good, it's looking fresh. Now that my teeth are perfectly clean, we are gonna make ourselves a coffee for this midday slump. I have a meeting with our Main Street office at 5:15 today, so we have a couple hours before that. And you know what, I did not get a morning coffee, and I know this might be bad going from the dentist to the coffee pot, but I digress. We need some coffee, we need some caffeine. We have 18 grams measured out, and I will say we got a funnel, which I do like, and I kind of, you know, move it around in there to level it out. My little like stir has not came in yet. But I just like tap it down, take that off, and use the one that it came with. I did buy like a press that's supposed to like equally press it or whatever. I ended up not liking it and I did return it. I think this plastic piece is just as good, and I feel like I have more control over it than the like weird metal tool. So yeah, let's make our coffee. So we have our 2 shots of espresso and a whole jug of milk. I swear, I know people like make cortadas and beautiful cappuccinos, and I feel like such a failure. I've just been dumping hot milk and a little bit of espresso, but personally, I love a lot of milk in a latte. I do. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. And I'm just happy that I'm able to froth it without making a complete mess. So we have our coffee and we are ready to get back to work on the computer. I am almost out of coffee, so we're gonna have to make a run to my favorite new store, McClaver's Coffee or whatever, so that we can get some different flavors and grind it in the store, which is honestly, I was scared at first, but now it's like one of my favorite things. And I think tomorrow after my hot yoga class, we can go pick some up. But I'm gonna enjoy my nice little hot coffee, and we need to get some work done on the computer for our upcoming Golden Gal Network event. Trying to get back into the routine of walking on the treadmill first thing when I get up, and this morning I was able to type on my computer, take calls, and I successfully walked for an hour, which I have not done for so long. I'm feeling a little bit sweaty. I'm gonna hop in the shower, but it's about mid-morning. I've gotten a lot of work done. I always feel so much more productive when I'm on the treadmill. You would think with the walking and trying to type that it actually wouldn't work out, but I always feel like the endorphins start, my mood starts increasing, or maybe it's the coffee that